Iran, the Iranian regime, must be held accountable.
Please, just take a minute. Think about it. If this would happen to your own brother and sister or children, what would you do? Think about human, not think about other things. I hope you can take action. Just go to the parliament. One day say IRGC is on the terrorist list. Bottom line.
David Menzies for Rebel News here in Toronto. And folks, I'm at Mel Lastman Square, and a large anti-Iranian regime demonstration has occurred here. Most of the people are Persian Canadians. No surprise there. They have skin in the game. It's a two-pronged protest. One is to denounce the most recent victim of the Iranian regime. That would be Hamdreza Rouhani. He was an 18-year-old male who was, basically murdered for having the temerity to protest against the regime. So the carnage continues in Iran of the regime killing their own citizens. The second prong is to get this country to name the IRGC as a terrorist group. That is, of course, the group that shot out of the sky the Ukrainian airliner 4 years ago. 55 Canadians, 30 permanent residents were amongst the 176 completely innocent victims. And still to this day, we have not, as a country, listed the IRGC as a terrorist organization.
An Islamic Republic regime that continues to disregard human rights in Iran and continues to destabilize global peace and security through its support for Hamas, Hezbollah, and other proxies around the world. Those of you here today know all too well the human costs and the profound suffering that is endured when violence and unrest take innocent lives. Iran, the Iranian regime, must be held accountable.
You might recall earlier this month, I tried to get an answer to that query with Deputy Prime Minister Chrystia Freeland, and this is what happened.
Ms. Freeland, how come the IRGC is not a terrorist group? Why is your government supporting Islamo-Nazis? What? Excuse me. What are you doing?
You're under arrest for assault. Why are you pushing me? You're under arrest for assault.
Yeah, so welcome to Justin Trudeau's Canada in 2024, where a little bit of Tehran has come to Toronto, where you get assaulted and arrested falsely, I might add, if you ask a insensitive question of the Deputy Prime Minister. Unbelievable. In any event, we're going to wade into the crowd. We're going to talk to some of the people that are coming here and seeing what it is they are hoping to achieve with their demonstration. So Hala, what brings you out to this demonstration today?
Today, me and a lot of Iranians are gathering here to be the voice of Iranian people, that we are fed up that like Trudeau government, they don't list IRGC in terrorist list. And we have protested so many times, and unfortunately, it seems that money laundering is a big scam in Canada that shut down a lot of politicians.
For the last 45 years, Iranians, they were suffering by this brutal regime. From beginning, they start executing until now. But now one good thing I could say, many Iranians, they get united all over the world against this regime. Iranian regime is not only hurting Iranians, but I can tell you all Middle East and soon with the whole world. If we are not all united, this regime has plans. This regime, the Iranian mullahs, I'm not saying about Iranian people who they are peaceful, they are good. That's why we have over 8 million Iranians left Iran in the last 45 years. I myself have been in Canada for many years, but I always was upset the way Iranians with all high degrees leaving the country coming here. Mohammad Qabadlu is one of the people who just recently got executed by just demonstrating against Iranian regime, and he says, we only want more freedom. Why are girls, they have to cover their hair? This is something, all is injustice, and I really hope that people around the world, they be against Iran, because Iranian, when they don't have a pity for their own people, believe me, they have problem all Middle East and the world.
Since 2018, we have been outspoken. We are asking the Justin Trudeau government to put the IRGC in the terrorist list. We see double standard in Canada. Unfortunately, our government, I'm a Canadian, I have voted for Canadian government, not for Justin Trudeau. I'm a conservative. We are asking that stop importing the terrorist organization members to Canada. Unfortunately, instead of putting them on the list of terrorism, they are importing members of them to Canada. And when we say anything about it, we cannot talk about it. Why we cannot talk about it? Isn't that a free speech? Don't we have opinion? Why Canadian government is importing the IRGC members to Canada?
We're trying to support people who are in the jail in Iran and in the danger of execution. Basically it's this, but we're against that regime. You know, they're killing everyone. They don't tolerate any demonstration, any peaceful, demonstration, anything. So we're here to support our young people.
I couldn't help but notice you've got the rainbow flag.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering, if you were to display this flag in Tehran, would there be a problem with that?
Well, execution. That's
Execution?
yes.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, that's what's happening in Iran right now. It's a dark reality, but yes, it is.
The government says that, okay, we have put 10,000 people on the sanction list. Who are those guys? Okay, someone who is living somewhere in a mosque and somewhere very, very far in Iran is on the list. What is the benefit of that? There are people from IRGC that they're spending their retirement here with wealth of money that they have stolen from the country, and they are here enjoying their life, and we cannot talk to them because here is democracy. We cannot tell them, where did you bring that money from?
President Trump at the time put the IRGC on the terrorist list. President Biden, to his credit, has left them on the terrorist list. Yet the Trudeau Liberals, they're still thinking about it. Earlier this month, the Prime Minister came to Richmond Hill, and his announcement was, we're going to think about looking into it. It's been 4 years since this massacre. How do you explain this?
Because I would think that some liberals like Majid Johari have a lot to do with this, and they paid off liberals government and others, like even NDP, even I would say some of the conservative, even.
You know, IRGC, United States, strongly put them on the terrorist list. What is the reason? We honestly were wondering, what is the reason the IRGC is not in the terrorist group?
And
I don't know what is this hypocrisy. In one hand, we are Canada on the side of the human rights. Yep. In the other hand, in Canada, we have a lot of the IRGC members, families, they have come to Canada, which they have violated the human rights in Iran. So which one are we? What are we fighting? This one or this one?
Well, we tried so hard, but they keep promising and they don't do it. If you want detail, you can talk to those families and see what they're saying. They're very upset. They have tried so hard, but there are a lot of problems and barriers. So that's unforgivable. As you said, they have enough time to do that, but they haven't done it.
I voted for Justin Trudeau back, like in a back referendum.
Are you suffering buyer's remorse right now?
Oh Jesus, man! I'm gonna burn my hand, and I'm gonna burn myself about doing that. But reality is, right now, Justin Trudeau is not doing whatever he's supposed to do. Hopefully, he's not gonna. Everybody hates him, to be honest with you. Everybody in Iranian community hates him right now. Not even Iranian community, most of the communities, because he's always lying in the media, in front of TV. He likes to smile at everything that is happening in Iran. But some of these pictures, look at this. All these young people, handsome people, innocent people are getting killed. He knows about it, but he chooses to what? He chooses to look the other way and start giving some bullshit, to be honest with you. Sorry about that.
We have over 500,000 Iranians living in Canada, and all of us, whenever we are thinking about it, I said, Canada, a freedom country, why they have to leave many Iranians so easily come to Canada? What is the reason behind it? Many people with millions of dollars of stolen of Iranian people, they're coming here and freely living here. What is the reason behind it? Is that money behind it?
But sir, we spoke briefly off camera, and you know what happened to me when I tried to ask a Justin Trudeau Liberal, specifically Miss Freeland. I was arrested for asking an insensitive question. What do you make about that?
Oh my God, that was unbelievable. When I watched that, when I saw that, I would say, I don't know. I didn't know what to say. That was terrible thing. We cannot even ask here in Canada about that. We cannot question the government or the action. That's terrible. I'm speechless about that. I don't know what to say.
Boo! I'll tell you very loud and clear. Justin Trudeau, change your life, change your status, and we need change of regime in Iran. Listen to us, and listen to us very carefully. Look at Hamas. Look at mostly Islamic organization. Look what happens in Toronto, and it's all because of you and Joe Biden.
Please, just take a minute. Think about it. If this would happen to your own brother and sister or children, what would you do? Think about human, not think about other things. I hope you can take action. Just go to the parliament. One day say IRGC is on the terrorist list. Bottom line.
Nasser, thank you so much. And I guess that's the way we have to end this video, don't we, folks? You know, off camera, we bumped into a lot of people of the Persian community who said that they'd love to come on and state their opinions, but they have family back home, and it's risky to exercise their freedom of speech. Right here in the Dominion of Canada, we even met a young Chinese individual who's an international student. He has contempt for the Communist Party of Canada, of China rather. And again, he didn't want to come on camera because he has relatives back home. So it's very interesting, isn't it? I think Justin Trudeau, with his actions or lack of actions, he speaks volumes about where he stands. Namely, you recall more than a decade ago in Toronto, Justin Trudeau said he has admiration in his heart for the basic dictatorship of China in terms of getting things done. And meanwhile, he still, to this day, 4 years later, has not listed the IRGC as a terrorist organization, despite the dozens of Canadians that died on that Ukrainian airliner. It is outrageous, it is egregious, it is despicable. Remember these actions and inactions, folks, when the next federal election is called. Well, folks, another noticeable thing about this anti-Iranian regime demonstration, don't see any mainstream media here. I guess maybe they've learned that you dare not ask the Trudeau Liberals insensitive questions about the IRGC. Unbelievable. So please, if you want Rebel News to continue to bring you the other side of the story, please go to rebelfieldreports.com. That's rebelfieldreports.com, and if you can make a donation, that would be greatly appreciated.